Well, welcome to it, ladies and gents. Vix, Marcel, Wendy, it's been a while since we did a Hodlnots Public AMA. It's
Yeah.
definitely been quite some time. Yeah, and we thought we'd revive the Hodlnots Public AMAs. There's so much information to glean from them. We love all of you getting involved, and over the course of the next couple of months, we'll be doing more of these regularly. But we thought we'd bring
Hmm.
it back because it's been a lot of discussion around our income indicator, the HodlFire. And we thought as Bitcoin Tough is growing and our Hodlnots community is growing, we thought we'd touch base and come back into all of this and have a look at the Hodlnots ecosystem. And yeah, being an AMA, there is a chat function down below where all of you can type your chats or your questions at least. And as we go along, we'll answer some of your questions. We no doubt are sure that most of the questions you will have will be around the HodlFire indicator. But luckily we have Wendy here. It is her baby to tell us more about this. But for now, if you guys don't know by now, Marcel, Vicky, and myself, John, we've been involved with Hodlnots for some time. And yeah, we're here just to learn, continue learning from Wendy, as we all are here as well. We've got some great Hodlnots community members here too. See your faces. It's good to see you guys and girls. But for now, Wendy, yeah, you can tell us more about us here on the AMA, about the Hodlnots ecosystem and what all we have as this ever-evolving community and offering so many different products with the focus on the HodlFire indicator.
Well, thank you, John, and good to see everybody on this call. We have a lot of the team here today. We've got Vicky, John, and Marcel, along with a lot of our community is here. So a lot of them are already very well aware of the HodlFire and the incredible indicator that it is. So there's been a lot of talk about it. We've had a lot of interest in it. We get an incredible amount of new people on it each and every month. So it's been one of these really, really good indicators that are helping people who don't really know how to trade very well, who are new to trading, to be able to get their little fingers in the market and to be able to start getting some success in trading and learning how to trade where the interest usually starts and being successful at it. So it will increase their feeling of being able to do it. And so this is what the HodlFire is all about. So we're going to go over Hodlnots and what all the Hodlnots ecosystem is. And for those people who are new, who are very inquisitive, there's been a lot of interest in Hodlnots lately because the market, as everybody knows, Bitcoin's been firing up. It's on a retrace at the moment, but when it fires up again, there's always a coin running. And that's what's so great about scout trading is that even in a downtrend of a market, you can always find a coin running. You can chase it, but there's always one, and there's always a way that you can make a living at this. So that's our desire is as a team, we work together. Marcel, John are very active in the course. We also have other trainers that are available with us that are support and other trainers that work in training and educating as well within our ecosystem. And Vicky's in the background working operations and every other piece that moves around. But she partners with me in Hodlnots and trying to get everybody where they need to be all the time on our training. So I'm going to share a PowerPoint presentation with you and go over a little bit of things about it. And we are going to focus today on the HodlFire because of the interest in it. And it is our newest indicator. And we want everybody to have it. And we want to show you at the end of this presentation how to get it and use it for free and try and see how you do with it. Because, you know, you don't want to buy something unless you try it, you know, and you make sure that it's working for you and that you can do this and that you can make sure that you can profit with it. So I'm going to get in and share with you and we'll get started. All right, so good. So welcome. We have Hodlnots. And within Hodlnots, we've been going for quite a few years. You need to understand that I've been in crypto probably since 2015. Somewhere in there is when I started dabbling in cryptocurrency. And from there, my husband and I, most of you know who my husband is, Marius Landman, who does trend reports for Bitcoin Trend and Forecast. Well, we started getting into cryptocurrency and we started teaching and training and educating people as we went. And from there, over the years, I learned how to scalp trade. And because long term for me was too long, I need fast and furious. I need to be able to make money every single day, and I wanted to be able to do it. So I worked for 2 years to try and learn how to develop a system and develop a scalp trading on cryptocurrency because there wasn't such a thing out there at the time. There was just Forex trading. So we developed a system, we created a course, we trained and educated some great trainers that are with us today. And they are helping me along the way to teach and train everybody how to do and make a living if you want to do it seriously for a new way of life, or just supplemental income. So we're going to teach you today about our Hodlnots ecosystem, and we're also going to focus on the HodlFire Indicator. So let's get started. So just everybody who is very new, and there's quite a few people on this call, so thank you again for joining us. You need to know that there are different trading styles in cryptocurrency, and we don't want to mix them up. And this is what a lot of people have problems with, is that they mix their trading styles up, and we don't want to do that. So long-term swing trading is what they call it, is what my husband does with bigger money, and he buys and holds coins and he farms them, meaning that he sells them at the top and he buys them back at the bottom. So he does this on a long-term basis. Doesn't happen every day. It's long-term. So as he's rolling coins, he's increasing his portfolio in the long term. And then he gets to where he eventually has a lot of money in the end. Okay. So that's the goal, is to increase your portfolio. Signals is another thing that a lot of people do because they're too busy to be able to trade every single day. They have a full-time job. They're busy with life. They've got too much going on. They can't sit in front of a screen, or they really don't like sitting in front of screens very long. Signals is perfect for you. These are trades that usually play out in 3 days to about 2 weeks. And you put some money on and you invest in crypto, and you know the coins. They bank their reputation on knowing that the coins that are running. And so our signals that are with Bitcoin Trend and Forecast, DTM signals, are really top of the notch line. So that's a way of trading. And then we have short term. So short term is 1 day to 1 week. And that is what the HodlFire Indicator focuses on. And this is why so many people are interested in it, because it works for every trading style and it works for every trader. It works on every time frame. And it also works on other asset classes. A lot of you don't know that because we don't really advertise it. But this tool is so powerful that it has something coded into it, which I can't explain. It's my intellectual property with our team, but it's coded into something outside of cryptocurrency. So while we use it on cryptocurrency, it can be used on Forex trading. It can be used on other commodities, other asset classes, the S&P, gold, silver, and stocks. So if you are one of those other traders, you will find that the HodlFire will work for you on TradingView on those screens. That's where it's located. But then there's also a very unique style of trading that a lot of people don't teach. And those people who do teach it, I'm not going to say don't teach it correctly, but they don't teach it the way we teach it at Hodlnot. We were the first out there to teach scalp trading in the fashion and the form and the way that we do it. Most people don't use the indicators that we use, and they work perfectly for scalping short time frames. Short meaning minutes. We do minutes. So we are scalping all day, 24/7, which is great about cryptocurrency market. It doesn't go with the stock market. We can trade any time of day or night because there's always a coin running. Okay, so this is what we specialize in Hodlnots, and that's why we're so unique. We believe, and this is after years of teaching and training people how to do scalp trading, we truly believe that you can't really learn it very well on an online course. So we have really, really struggled with this because a lot of people want an online course that they can just do on their own and look at it and watch it and learn on their own pace. But really, live support is something that you're going to need. It takes practice. This is not a get rich quick. Okay. This is something that will take you some time to practice. And we have another course within Hodlnots that teaches you how to become an expert scalp trader. So after you take the basics, you might want to be invested into taking this extra course, which we offer within Hodlnots for free, which we will talk about in a little bit. But a lot of people don't understand what the difference in scalp trading and regular traders and what they see on the cryptocurrency market. So let me explain it to you a little bit by just showing you a visual, because most people can learn by a visual better than they can any other way. But this is just a regular coin, and these are candles that you can tell are going up and they're going down. So the trend of the coin was going up and the trend of the coin is going down. And this is long-term holders. They hold the coin, it goes up. They usually cash their tickets out or their coins out, and they buy back at the low, and then they ride it up again. Well, this is over a long period of time, and this is on a day chart. So these are many, many, many days of watching it go down. Well, in this downtrend, when the coins are going down, kind of like what Bitcoin's doing right now, this is what we see in a day while we're scalp trading. And you're probably wondering, why is it going up? Why do you have these trends of coins going up? Because each one of these candles are minutes. Okay. So, and there's a lot of minutes in every hour and 24 hours in every day. So when you have 3 days of a little reverse retracement, we make lots and lots of money all day when the trend of the coin is going up for the day. So this is what is so important to know about each and every one of these days. Even though these candles are red, there are green candles within that day. And this is what we focus on, teaching you how to find and how to get. And so what's really great is with the course of Hodlnots, you get a 15-in-1 indicators that are built in with buy sell tags, and it has built-in alerts too. It has a way that, and we teach you how to set these alerts where the coins will run. And when the coins run, and that's when you'll need to set your alerts, you'll be able to get these mountain runs. And this is what we call the mountain here. And you can see here, this is just one example of many during the day. And I just took a screenshot of this particular one. CRPT is something that you probably wouldn't be long-term holding, and a lot of you probably have never even heard of it. But we don't really care what the use case is of a coin, because we're not long-term hodlers or holders of coins. We scalp them. We only want them for minutes, and we want to make our money on them, and we want to throw them back. Okay, we don't want to get stuck in these things. We don't want to be invested, is what we call it. So on this particular run, during the course of this entire mountain going up, this is what we focus on, and we teach you the best times to get in and get out of these coins, and we teach you how to read the indicators so you know exactly what you're doing. This particular coin ran 150% in an hour and 20 minutes. Now, what does that mean to you or me? Okay. Well, if you had $1,000 and the liquidity of this coin could handle it in an hour and 20 minutes, if you started here and you got the entire trade or most of it, $1,000 would have given you $1,500 profit. And this is USD. And this is within an hour and 20 minutes. How many of you are making that out there at your work? Okay, this is an exceptional case, but they do run like this. Okay, and we do find them. And this is mostly found when the market is a little bit better, but coins do run even more than 150% in an hour. Okay, so we do look for them, we do find them, but just to be honest with you, on most of the trades that we make, we're trying to make about 5 to 10% within minutes. And so if you can do that with your money, and you can do it over and over and over in the same hour, you make really good money in a day. You don't have to trade 8 hours a day in order to make your grocery bill, in order to make some of your bills being paid, or probably more than what you're making at your day job. So this is just one exceptional case. When people ask me, can you really make $1,000 a day in scalp trading? Absolutely. You have to have money to make money and use it, but we have a way that you can earn it and you can get it as well within Hodlnots. So this is just an exciting way to trade. And this is the exciting things that we look for in a trade in order to teach you how to scalp trade. Okay, here's our ecosystem. So this is what I want to let you know is that Hodlnots isn't just a flyby course that just got invented yesterday. We've been around for many years. We have a solid reputation. We have trainers that are very good at training and very patient and very kind, and they spend a lot of extra time with you. If you're struggling at all in learning how to trade, we'll spend some extra time with you. We want you to get it, and that's why we have the course live. And we have homework that you can do, and we have a live channel that you can chat to, and we have trainers, and we try and answer your questions pretty quick in there. But we give the course over a period of a couple weeks, and you stay with us for an extra 30 days. We've included that in the course now. Because what we found is after we give you all of the information in the course over the first 2 weeks, you need to practice and you need to stay with us. And I give extra trainings every single week, 2 sessions live on 2 different time frames that you can jump on and ask all your questions and make sure that you understand the material and make sure you understand how to scalp trade. So we don't leave anybody behind. And we just ask you to have a little patience because we'll get to your questions. And we have limited our scope of where our course is now so that we have smaller classrooms. We used to have up to about 100 in a class, and it got insanely crazy in the Telegram chat. So now we've limited it to shorter classes. So we want to be able to pay extra special attention to you, and we want to make sure that it's not too busy in the chat section of it. But we have a premium course now that we do allow the trainers to be giving one-on-ones. So we do allow that for those people who can't make the live sessions, maybe that have a special time zone that they're in, or they can only do the course on certain days. It is more expensive, but it is a one-off. We would design the course according to your needs and your time frame. And we have a pre-meeting with you, a consultation, and we figure out your trading style, whether you're a fast learner or a slow learner, and we customize the course to your learning style. So some people have opted for that, and we've had a great outcome of that. We've got some good testimonies coming out from the people who have taken premium. They really appreciated the extra attention that gives. We also have a BB writer, which is a scalp trading indicator that we won't go into today, but you do get that if you stay with us in Hodlnots and you stay with our community. We now give that to you free. It is offered to the public. Those people who are scalp traders who are not with us that just want to scalp trade in the den with us, that is also open to the public. So that is available for sale, but it's free to those people who are in our den and lodge that have taken the course. So we also have this new program that's been it's almost 2 years old now, a good year and a half, I know. It's called Minute Money Masters, and this is what we call our 3M program. And this is where you start off with $40 and you're making $20 trades, and we teach and train you, and you have steps, you have missions, you have special help every week, extra calls that are live that are supported by myself and the trainers. That teach you how to turn that $40 into $2,500. The course itself it usually lasts about 6 months. Most people do it in 6 months to a year. It just depends on how much you trade and how fast you are or how well you trade. But it actually teaches you how to not make any more mistakes on trading. And so by the time you get to be trading $1,000, you can actually know what you're doing and you won't have the loss that you would have had if you just jump right out there and do $1,000 trade. But the journey gets you to where you have a private Telegram channel that's called The Cave that you enter into for life. It's free once you make it in there, and then we trade for money. So that's the ultimate goal of the people that are trying to get in there, is to be what is called a black bear and join this program. It is free, but it's only available if you've taken the Hodlnots course and that you stay with us in our den and our lodge where we administer it. So this is what the 3M, the Black Bear Cave is, and it's a special Telegram, and we trade for money. And we trade using $1,000 or more, and we look for those coins, and we specialize in that. So we make it well worth the effort to put in the time and effort to go through. So we track your trades and we help you along the way. The HodlFire, again, is our new indicator, and we have 2 of them. So everybody needs to know that we don't really talk about the leverage one very much because of the fact that we don't teach leverage trading. I make more money longing the market than I would ever make on leverage trades because I have tried it. And trust me, as good as I am on scalp trading, not to be bragging about that, but I believe that I'm a pretty expert scalp trader. I've made some really good leverage trades, but by far less risk, better opportunity, and I do make more money, and I love scalp trading on just spot. So we teach the low risk method, but for those people who do like leverage trading and are Forex traders and doing leverage, you will like the HodlFire leverage. It is designed just a little bit differently because most people short the market. So it is available to you in the back office, and it does have explainer videos with it as well. This is the 3M program I was talking about. It has 6 levels to it. We won't get into this now, but just know it's available. It's a challenge to you, and it's a real commitment after you take the course. If you want to become an expert scalp trader, this is offered to you as part of a thank you for taking the course. And you want to stay with us, and you want to keep learning, and we want to keep teaching you until you can see everything that I see and that you know how to trade and scalp the market, and you don't need me anymore. Okay. And you don't need the trainers anymore. So why the HodlFire? So if scalp trading is so great and you're making so much money on the minutes, why on earth would I develop with my team a new indicator? Okay, that's a great question. Okay, I know because I get asked it a lot. But the HodlFire indicator was designed because I could see that learning how to scalp trade and master this skill set does take time. It's not get rich quick. You're not going to learn it right off the gate in 2 weeks and all of a sudden master time frames and retracements. So it's like anything else. The 3M program is like an apprenticeship program for you, okay, to be able to trade and learn. But while you're in that program, which we really, really want people to learn how to do, you're only using $20 trades. That's not going to pay your bills. Okay. So, in all honesty, when you're trading with tiny money, you're not going to see the money. You're going to be learning the skill, and you're not going to be taking big losses either. So, we prefer you to do it with little money, but you need to pay your bills. And so, we need people to have income while they're learning how to scalp trade. So, that's when we went to work, and this was a 19-month program between my team and myself to be able to code this indicator and get it to the high win rate that it is. So you need to know that it's not just a simple indicator. It has 29 pages of coding attached to it that you won't see. And there's not a whole lot that you can change on it because we don't want you to affect the win rate on it. And to my knowledge, I can be proven wrong, but there's not another indicator out there on TradingView with the high win rate that this one has on it. So this is why it's offered to you through our company, through Hodlnots, but we have it at an extremely low rate. Now we know how powerful it is, but we want everybody to be able to afford to have it. And if you stay with us in the Den and the Lodge, you get it for half price even. So and we offer it to every single person for free. Everybody gets to try it for 7 days for free. Now, when you get the indicator itself, you go in the back office, there is a document tab. In that document tab is a free spreadsheet that we've been designed for you by the team so you can practice on paper. You can see if this is going to work for you. You can pretend to put $1,000 on a coin, and you can track a trade on a 1 hour, a 2 hour, and a 4 hour time frame, and you can see which one works for your lifestyle. And you can try it first before you ever even think about buying it. So this is why we want you to be able to see how it works and know that you can be a successful trader, even with very limited trading. So if you're a full-time worker, this is perfect for you because why? We recommend the 4 hour time frame because you'll get a payout. It usually pays out once a week. Okay. So if you want to get into crypto, you want to get an investment in there, put some money on a coin, ride from pivot to pivot, and you will work it on the 4 hour. You'll get a cash out usually once a week. Now, if you have more time to spare and you have a little bit more access to a computer or your phone where you can trade a little bit more, then you can get daily profits. Usually every day or every other day, the 1 hour or the 2 hour time frame will allow the pivots to play out for you to be able to get cash at a little bit lesser percentage. Obviously, if you're going to trade a coin and it's going to run longer on a 4 hour, you're going to get a higher percentage gain, hopefully. But again, trading knowledge and education is just incredibly great to have, and that will help make your success of using the HodlFire so much more successful, knowing how to read indicators, and you'll know the better times to get in a coin and exit out of a coin and get the extended runs. So you'll see what I mean when I give a free demo on the HodlFire shortly. I'm going to do that on TradingView. So you're going to look for trades. If you're looking to trade under 1 hour time frame, that means you're probably at home. You probably don't work another job. You want to do this for a living. You have no other choice than to learn to do this for a living. And you need to really know how to read indicators. So I highly recommend that if you go under an hour, that you make sure you've taken the Hodlnots course, you understand trading, or you are a professional trader. Then you can go to 15-minute or on the younger time frames as well. We like to use the pivots and the HodlFire because of the fire candles that it puts out. They definitely help us scalp trade as well. So these are why we invented the HodlFire, is to help you trade better and to make income while you're learning how to scalp trade. So this is what the HodlFire looks like. It's a simple indicator. I don't want to complicate it for you, but it is a powerful indicator. It has neon green candles that fire up when there's a lot of heavy volume, and the trading and the candle in that time frame is strong. When it's strong in the opposite direction, you will see neon yellow, and this will help people who are leverage trading. So we did that for when you short the market and you're coming down. You want to know when you've got power candles that are down and they're dark yellow. So this is the difference in the two neon candles that we have. And it has built-in alerts, and it also comes with a free Telegram channel that will give you alerts or signals, what we call bot tip signals. They're not signals like you get on DTM. They're not DTM signals. They're not like trading signals, but these are like signals to you to tell you when a top or a bottom pivot is in. Okay, so that you may want to work on those coins and you may want to trade those coins. And so this is a free channel on 3 different exchanges that we have it on now. Subject to change the channels. But here is what the HodlFire looks like on the leverage platform. So the HodlFire is designed with a orange cast to it instead of the green. The green is for spot trading. Now the difference in the two is that the green is hooked onto coins on 3 platforms: Binance, KuCoin, and Mexi. And those are on spot coins. The HodlFire indicator bot that's leveraged is on the derivatives. It's on the derivatives platform, and it's on the coins that you would trade on that platform for leverage. And it's only on Binance, Mexi, and Bybit at this time. So on these, and you'll see that the signals will come off of that, and that's the difference in the 2 channels. So some people like to have both HodlFires because they do a little bit of leverage or they work off of Bybit, but then some of them want the spot coins as well, and so they get the other one. So that's why we lowered the price considerably for the HodlFires, because some people like to have both of them. But you may find that you like one or the other. This one, instead of buy-sell tags, has long and short tags on it. And you will see that the difference, the top is dialed in just a little bit tighter for the shorts, because they like to get in the action a little bit better, so a little bit faster when they're shorting the market. So that's the difference between the two. Other than that, they both carry the same high win rate, and they're just on different coins. Okay, so this is what the HodlFire indicator looks like, and here's an example of trading one This is on a 4-hour chart on Gala. Gala is an extremely good coin that a lot of people do the HodlFire on, and it's fairly consistent in its percentage gains, and this is why I chose it for the example. But you can see here that this is where the pivots come in, and on the top pivot is where you'll take your profit. And sometimes it will paint a higher high without painting another lower. So unless you're a seasoned trader, you won't get this little extra, and this is what I was talking about. That's why it has an X on it. But most of the trades you will get this one to this one, this one to this one, and you can see it's pretty consistent. You buy the bottom, you sell the top. You buy the bottom, you sell the top. Again, this is another one that you would have missed unless you're a seasoned trader. This is by the bottom, and you can see here most every single one is great. And this carries a 90 to 100% win rate. It rarely loses. You just need to be able to trust the pivots. And this is something that can be a little bit difficult for scalp traders who are used to working on very, very fast time frames. You have to learn how to sit through these retracements. Okay, so sitting through a little retracement can be tragic if you're watching it. So sometimes I tell seasoned traders to turn off the buy sell tags, which you can do, and just wait for the pivots to come in. So this is what we work on. This is we have alerts on the top and the bottom pivot, and we learn how to adjust them to the coin that you're on and then the time frame that you're on to work. So when you first get into the HodlFire Indicator, you're going to you have a settings tab and a notifications tab. That's it. It's very simplified in the back end of it. So when you get into the settings tab, you can see here that you have a drop down for alerts. You are allowed, and it's coded in here for you to have alerts on the buy tag, the sell tag, the neon candles if you like, with the top and the bottom pivot, but that's all. Okay, we didn't extend it further, but this is all you need, and this is what you need to know. Now, the first time that you get into the HodlFire, you only need to go into the notifications one time. Okay, and you need to set up on just any coin, you need to set up how you want to be notified on your alert. Most people choose the SMS on their phone because when their phone alert goes off, they go run into see is the bottom end, is the buy in, is the top end, or is the sell in. So if that's how it is, if you want to be playing a sound in your ear on your microphone because you're a gamer, there you go. You can set it to be in your ear so that you notice that you can keep gaming, but you're making money on the side with your HodlFire, and you get the alert in your ear. So this is really good for gamers. Showing a pop-up on your TradingView screen, everybody can download the TradingView screen onto their phone. You can get it as well on your desktop. So either way, but you can have that show up there or notify yourself in the app, or you can, if you like email, you can get email. You can check any of these, but you only have to set it up one time. And then all of your alerts will always go off that same way. Now you also get, with the subscription to it, when you get it, and you will get it whenever you sign up for free, you'll get a Telegram channel, and it has all of these little things that run all the time. These are signals that run off. You just click this arrow here, and you always go to the bottom. These are the most recent ones, and you want to see what exchange that they're on: Binance, Mexi, or KuCoin, wherever the exchange is that you're on. For the leverage, it would be Bybit as well. And this is on the 15-minute time frame. It'll tell you that the bottom pivot just came in on this particular coin. So it's giving you a signal ahead of time. Where are the bottom pivots? Okay, this one came in on Litecoin, on Binance. You had one come in. So if you were looking to trade Litecoin, then what you would do is you would know that the bottom pivot's in, and you would know what to do from there. So just letting you know that the signals will run on 15-minute, 1 hour, and 4-hour time frames. Okay. The only reason we have 15-minute on here is because we have scalpers that are doing 15-minute. Most of the time, you will only need the 1 hour or the 4-hour. The 15-minute is for seasoned scalpers only. Okay, so I'm just letting you know. You will also get signals on here. I didn't put a copy of one on here, but they have a strong buy or a strong sell. And that's when the buy or sell tag comes in with the pivot at the same time. That means it's boom. All of the conditions have met at the same time. And this little coin is going down or up, okay, strongly. And so you'll get those strong signals. And we do have people that have tried, testers that have tried it by Bit on the leverage one, and they only trade the strong buys and the strong sells. And so that's just another way you can trade. And in the leveraged, I will say this, in the leveraged HodlFire, there are some examples of the 5 testers that tested it and how they trade with it. So that's in the video, or the explainer video will show you how each one of them used it and how they were successful using it. And they shared their testimony with us. And I give you that with the leveraged HodlFire bot on how they're doing it. So you might want to look at that video as well if you are a leverage trader. Now we also carry this in the explainer video that you get. There's a free video that goes over. I believe it's me talking again, so you get full of me talking to you again. And I go over the strategy that is recommended to use. So we recommend that you stay with the mid-cap coins. Okay, FET, FTT, Solana, ADA, ETC, Link, Injective Protocol is another one. Gala is another one. I could go on, but these are most of the mid-cap coins that have a decent liquidity on them that you can definitely put $1,000 or more on. And they're steady eddies is what I call them. They're steady gainers. When they pivot, make on an hour or 2 hours, they will make a good 10% or more on the pivots. The idea is when you put $1,000 on a trade, that you're going to, by the time it cashes out every day, you're going to be making $100 and or more. And if you hit the mountain runs, you can cash out very nicely for the entire week. Okay. So on some coins, they just run really that good. So you just need to know when to buy, when to sell, and we really work all these things over for you. So you're looking for a consistency and a top pivot. So when you want to start looking at coins on your trading view, you're going to look for profits on the pivots of the past that were, see what they were, it's used to generating on an hour. What is it used to generating on 2 hour or 4 hour? And that's what the expectation is that you would be able to make if you were spending the time on that time frame. Okay. So that's the idea, is that it will bring income for you in a nice way of $100 or more consistently. So that's why it was designed. So when you get the HodlFire, you always want to start off on a bottom pivot. Some people like to work pivot to pivot. We recommend the safer way is to wait for the buy tag after the bottom pivot. When the buy tag comes in, it signals that the tag is definitely there, and that a pivot means it's going to come down and pivot and go the opposite direction, so that the bottom is in. And we're definitely have a buy tag, meaning we're on our way back up, and we now look for the top pivot. So a lot of people, what we recommend is to buy on the buy tag, and it could be a few candles later. So you just need to realize you might miss a little bit of percentage, but it's a safer way to trade. And then you set the alert for the top pivot and the sell tag, because sometimes the sell comes in before the top pivot. But you have to make a decision. Do you have profit? Take your profit off the table. Okay. If you're not sure and it looks like it's still going to go up more, because the top pivot can disappear when it's blue, it's temporary. And you just need to know that. So if it's going to be strong and it's going to keep going up past that pivot point, it will disappear and it will paint another one higher. You might want to put a stop loss in. And again, if you don't know how to do that, Hodlnots course is ideal to teach you how to use your stop loss. But capturing your profit, taking your profit and letting it ride is the easy way to do it, is with a stop loss, and it's the safer way. So when a bottom pivot appears with a buy tag or a sell tag, that's your confirmation. So we like you to wait for that confirmation. And again, the HodlFire has been perfected to a very high win rate. So you need to learn to trust it, and you need to learn how to use it. So this is the end of my PowerPoint presentation, but I'm going to stop there. for just a minute, and I'm going to go show it to you live on TradingView and kind of show you how to set the alerts. And I think for a lot of people who are new at this, that it will help with a little bit of visual. The visuals for a lot of people, it's just, they just don't get it when somebody just talks. Okay. So I want to be more than that. And this is how we work in Hodlnots as well. We want to solidify your learning experience and make sure that you get everything that you came for. It was to learn. And we're very patient with you as well. If you can get past my slang, my Texas lingo, which is sometimes difficult, we'll really work with you. I try and slow down my talking now. I used to talk a lot faster than I do. But here is Bitcoin, and this is a good example. But Bitcoin is not one coin that I would probably scalp. I mean, we don't scalp trade it because it doesn't make enough percentage gain. You can see on a 1 minute time frame that all of these candles are just 1%. So we scalp trade other coins, but I've got it up here for an example, and we'll do a 4-hour time frame. But you can see here, this is what you get when you get the HodlFire. You don't need your MACD on. You don't need any other indicators on. Let's just turn them all off. This is what you're getting here. You get the win rate calculator. And this one is showing you on Bitcoin because this thing is dialed in off of Bitcoin, basically. It has 100% win rate. On the last 11 pivots, this has not lost one yet. So if you go down here, and you can see, and I want to teach you this much so that if you're interested in taking the Hodlnots course, that you can see what we teach you. But we've added this recently to the HodlFire, and this is your trend line. This is your long-term trend line, and you can see that it's flat here. And when you have a flat trend line, the coins are usually going sideways. They're just going up and down and up and down, and they're going sideways. So when you can see this, and you can see this is going up right here, but let's go find a flat area. Okay, so you can see the flat area here. So when the candles have been going down for a while, Bitcoin's been going down, and when the candles start crossing this line, that's the perfect time to use the HodlFire. And you want to start working these trades here. Boom, boom, boom. And you can see on Bitcoin, every time this one made a lower low, don't worry about it. If you bought on this one, you're still cashing out. Okay. This is one you'd miss, this little extra. Buy here. This one came in pretty quick. This one here, this one here. And again, if they don't paint a bottom one, you might have missed this little run here. That's a good little run. This one here, you would have gotten. This one here, you would have missed. But again, when you're trained and educated on how to scalp trade, you would not have missed this. You would know that this was a mountain run, and you would be in that trade a little bit longer. But for the most part, if you're new to trading, this is a good way to make 7%, 9%, 13%. Here you buy down here, and you can see the pivots. This one you would have gotten was 21% profit. For every $1,000 that you had on that, that's a $200 trade. Okay, on Bitcoin, you can have a lot of money on Bitcoin. So this is good. Again, you'd miss this little extra, but that's no big deal. There's not much difference in that. You would have gotten this one. And most people don't make money on the downhill slide here. You know, the trend of the coin is going down. But this, you're still able to make money in this with this pivot. This is why it's so good. It's got a super high win rate on it. But when this 200 is going up, this is ideal time to be in any HodlFire. Now, when the 200 goes sideways again, this is ideal time to be in it. And this one's Bitcoin's going back up again. But when the 200 comes down, and it's coming way down, and the candles cross in this side of it right here, this is your time to just sit back and wait for it to get flat again. And so we teach this in the explainer video. So I'm not teaching anything different than what we teach on the course. You just get a lot of more refined indicators on the course. So you can see here, I'm going to show you the HodlDater. That looks like a jumbled mess, but you will learn how to read every single one of these indicators, and they all matter, and it makes a big difference in how to trade. So while it looks scary, it's not. We break each one of these down, and you will know exactly what it looks like. But taking away this, the HodlFire, you can see the difference. And knowing where those top pivots are is really, really good when you're trading, because they give you a sense of knowing when it's going to retrace. and you want to be out at the retracement. So again, this is how we use this coin. Now I want to do this really quick on one other coin and show you the difference. The Gala was the one I was talking about earlier, is like a steady coin, okay, that we work often, and it's consistent gainer. So you can see here that if you would have bought back here, doesn't matter that it had another low or another low, you're still in the coin back here, and you would have had that profit. You would have bought here, don't worry about here, or you could have bought in either one of them, but then it plays out here, and that's 65% profit. Now, you need to know if you bought this coin right here, okay, that's February 22nd. This played out February 28th. Matter of days. Now I'm on the 4-hour. You're going to get bigger percentage gains when you hit the mountain run. So you can see here, this one played out was 88%. This one here was the big run, and that was 157% profit in Gala. So if you can hit these big runs, this is what we look for, okay? You're going to get an exceptional amount of money there. So you can imagine if you had $1,000 on that and you made $1,500 in a matter of from buying here on March 6th to March 11th, having an extra $1,500 in your pocketbook. That's pretty good money. Okay. Even if you got a part of it. Okay. So this is why we want to show you the HodlFire and why it is so incredibly good. But now I'm going to turn the HodlNator off. So all you see is the HodlFire now. And you can see it's much easier. This is all you need to trade with. But this is on 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour. So this is what we want you to play with is just remember, if you go to 1 hour, you have to be able to get to your coin trade in an hour and make a decision to buy or sell or what you're doing or setting another alert. Can you do it quickly within an hour? If you can't, go to 2 hour. If 2 hours too fast for you, go to 4 hour. Most people can do 4 hour. Very, very good, because each candle is 4 hours of time. You have time to go to bed. You don't worry about your coin because it's just one candle. You're probably going to get 4 to 6 hours of sleep, and then you're up, and you're only going to miss 1 or 2 candles. So you you should be okay with it. But when you get in here, you also will notice that there's blue tabs here. These are temporary, and when you hover over them, you'll see it says a temporary, meaning that it can disappear and go back up. But more than likely, it's indicating that all of the conditions are right and you are going to go down, which in this case, it was correct. But now this one is temporary low, and that you don't have the buy tag here. So if you were to buy on that, you may disappear because it may come down lower. So knowing how to trade and read indicators is where this will come in handy. But just know that the blue are always temporary. Now, when you first start, let's just say this bottom is in, and you want to know when that buy tag is in because you want to start on Gala on 4 hour. Well, what you'll do is you will right click on this and you will add an alert on the HodlFire. Okay. And again, you'll see the HodlFires here. You'll see the coin. You'll see the hour that you are on, 4 hour. And you will go here and you want to know when the buy tag is in. It's already here. So you want to create an alert. So now on your phone or however you set it up to be alerted, as soon as that buy tag comes in on the 4 hour, you will get a ding ding or an alert or notice or an email or however you set it up. Then you come back and you buy the coin when the buy tag is there. Okay. And then you just come back to your trading view. You right click here. And now you want to add an alert, two different alerts. You want to add an alert for the top pivot, the top alert. And you want to right click on any of these. You want to add an alert for the sell signal. Okay. So now what happens is as soon as you have bought in, now all you're doing is waiting for the top or the sell. And whichever one comes in first, you will look at it and you will have to determine, do you have profit? Do you have a nice profit? Are you going to take your profit? Does it look like it's going to go up more? Then move your stop loss up. Okay. But you want to secure the profit that you have. So if you're in this coin and you're in this coin and you're sitting and waiting and sitting and waiting and sitting and waiting, and all of a sudden you get a sell tag. You don't have a top pivot, but you get the sell tag in. You've got to determine, is this enough profit for me to take and exit out of that trade. Are you happy with 19%? If you had $1,000 on that, are you happy with $190 in a matter of 4 days? Or do you think it's going to go back up again? Well, for me, I would probably put a stop loss on somewhere here and capture a good 10% of that if you were going to learn to let the pivots play out. But if you're happy with 19%, take your profit and see what happens. Set your alert for your buy tag. If it comes back in, you can get the little rest of it here. But there's a big difference between 19% and 45%. So you can see when you learn to trust the pivots, but you have to learn to sit through these retracements. And some of them can be long, and you'll be going, this doesn't look good. I'm losing my money. I don't know what to do. Okay. But just remember, this has a very high win rate on it. You just need to learn to turn off the buy sell tags if that's your problem, so you don't see them. Okay. And in order to do that, you go into the HodlFire here, and you can just click this off, and all the buy sell tags will disappear on there. Boom, they're gone. You don't even have to see them. Okay. If you want them on, turn them on. Now, one thing I do like is in this little cogwheel here is where the settings are. I don't allow you to do much. You don't want to mess with any of this. This is all just fine as it is. And this is the trend line here, the 200. All right. But what I personally like is I like to turn the tags on normal. If you turn them on tiny, you don't really want to see them. They're really tiny. You can hardly see them because tiny is tiny. Okay, get that? And then small is what I believe that they're defaulted to. But I personally, with my prime age, seasoned age, I like the normal ones. I like to be able to see 42% profit. Okay. So if you like the bigger tags, I do allow you to put the bigger tags on here. The style you can change if you're a seasoned trader and you want to change to what the buy sell tags look like, or you want to change the color of the neon candles because you use a black screen and you just want to change them different colors. You like white and black. I allow you to change the colors to do a little bit better. And you can change the color of the trend line, but we go by this in Hodlnots. We like it to be like a dark maroon, wherever you're from. That's what you call that color. But that's the color that we use to show the trend line. And then you can just say, okay, and change it. You don't want to touch anything on the visibility. That's all set up just great. But I do allow you to do this, and turning on and off the buy sell tags. So that is basically it. You just want to rotate the coin going over and over and over. Just know that when you're underneath the 200, that is the one time that you will probably have higher risk and you might not get as much profit, because this is an area of the coin when the coin is trending down that you will not make as much profit as you will above. So I just wanted to clear that up really quick. Does anybody, now we can open for questions? And looks like there's a lot of them, 41 questions. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to be here all night.
Well, it's a little bit of chatty, Kathy. Just a request from Sharon. Most of the other questions have been answered. However,
perfect. Love my team.
We will open up the floor for any general questions. Vicky will also be showing us something shortly. Could you open up your screen? Sharon's question is, can you please repeat one more time the settings on the pivot alerts on TradingView? So just a reminder on the alerts one can set.
Oh, sure. Okay. On here, just pick any tag and you right click on it and you can add the alert on the HodlFire. Okay. On this, there's a drop down here, and these are the ones that you can use right here. Okay. It does have some other coding for people who are specializing in this, but you don't need to mess with any of this. We simplified it here for the most part. This is a standard template that they give you when you're coding an indicator. So a lot of this is just standard that comes with it. But these are the 5 that you can put on, and it's under this little drop down menu right there. Okay. This right here, the trigger only once or only once per bar close. What this means is, do you only want the alert to go off one time and be done? If you put it on once per bar close, it keeps going off every time you get a bottom pivot on that coin. Every time you get it, you'll get it going off. It's repeated. Okay. So that's the only two differences in that. Hopefully that answers the question. I think I'll leave my screen up for questions.
Sure. If there are any other further questions around any of this and you'd like to ask live, pop your hand up. You can use the raise hand function and we will attend to you. However, there have been a bunch of questions answered in the chats. Thank you for the bunch of questions, Scott and everybody else. There we go. There's another question that just popped up. Let's have a quick look-see. So Brian, I got the free trial months back, but didn't understand how to use it. Can I try again? Unfortunately, it's a once-off opportunity there, Brian.
I got an answer for that.
Sure, go ahead.
You get one free trial on each one. So if you haven't tried the leverage one, try the leverage one.
There is an option as well. Leverage trading is a whole different kettle of fish. Obviously, some of you might have practiced some of it before, but the theory is the same. So you could, again, look at it in terms of those pivot points and the alerts and everything else. And then if you really love it, you can buy the HodlFire non-leverage version. Yeah, exactly. I love that, Badger. And then a couple of other comments. Bob's asking, would you take an entry on a temporary pivot or only once the buy tag is in? And there's one of three strategies that Wendy did cover. Wendy, you can cover that very briefly again around waiting for the temporary pivot or a buy tag or neon candle.
It's a matter of a preference, believe it or not, because some people, you know who you are, they like to get from point A to point B in 0.3 seconds. They want it when they're trading, they want to get the very bottom dollar and they want to get the very top exit. That's not how we teach you how to trade, because it's actually a very risky method and one that you will probably lose more than you will gain on. But we recommend you waiting after the bottom temporary pivot comes in to wait for the buy tag. The buy tag is your confirmation that the low is probably in, and it solidifies that you're going up. You've got a buy signal in there. So we recommend you wait for the buy signal and then exit on the top pivot.
Good. That is, again, everybody's preference. You can try them. Try the different strategy. You can paper trade them until see what works. Teresa's got a very good question. And please clarify how to choose which coin to trade. I'll give my 2 cents in first. Is that with the pivot bot tips telling us, when those bottom pivots are in, go and assess the coin and have a look and see, first of all, is it above the 200? And this does tie in a bit with Scott's follow-up question. See which coins are above the 200. You generally, it's a much more profitable and positive area of trading than under the 200. And then go and measure, if you're trading on the 1 hour, measure from the pivot bottom previously, pivot bottom to the pivot top, and see what that percentage is over those hour candles and if it's worth your while. 1% over 10 hours might not be your preference. Wendy is suggesting anything that's 10% and above, whether it be 1 hour, 4 hour time frame trading. So go and see. I mean, the bot tips that churn out, they churn out all these pivot bottoms and pivot tops all the time. Go and measure them and see what you're worth your while. Wendy has suggested a lot of the larger cap coins, the steady eddies, as you will, that consistently give you these good percentages, provided they're above the 200 on whatever time frame you're trading on. Scott, I hope that makes a lot of sense. Wendy, your 2 cents as to choose which coins to trade. Are you pretty happy with that too?
Yeah, we give you the ones that, I can go over them again. Gala, FET, FTX, Link, ADA, Solano, Neo, just a few of them to mention. The ones that have been around for a long time, but they're not the large cap coins like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Now, we do have people using the HodlFire on those large cap coins. Don't get me wrong, because that's all they trade is a large cap coins. And they want to know when the pivots are in because they're farming more coins. So if you're very patient and that's all you're doing is farming more of those coins, it works ideal. But if you're looking for percentage gainers, you want to go with the coins that run pretty stronger or higher percentage gains on a consistent basis. So you just have to look at them. Look at them on 1 hour, look at them on 2 hour. What was their past performance? Look at all the little top pivots, okay? And you'll see what 20%, 30%, that's a good coin, okay?
Sure. There's another question or two, and you can have a look at further down in the chat, one about Forex. But just to comment on that as well, there are a number of people who farm coins. They farm Bitcoin. They want to increase their ADA bag. They want to increase
Mm,
NEO. Uses
yeah.
the HodlFire strategy to take your profits off the table and move on to another coin, or you can farm those coins that you really like and add and accumulate to your bag. So that is another strategy as well. In terms of finding coins, within bitcointaf.com, we have a number of really great signals and products that give out take profit points and
Mm-hmm.
so forth. Another thing as
Mm,
well, that if you're a scalper and you have the HODLnator, you can scalp those coins, you can use a HODLFire strategy, and you can HODL to those TP points as well. Just something else to throw in there, a little tip. Wendy, if you'd like to just cover any pointers for using the bot for Forex.
yes, you would want the leverage HodlFire, and you would go on what I look at the explainer video on the leverage trader. There are 5 testers that tested this thing, and they have their examples of how they used it on leverage trading. But for Forex itself, we don't have bot signal tips for Forex. I'm just letting you know that the pivots work for Forex. We just don't have bot signal tips for you on which coins on Forex to go on. So unfortunately, we don't trade Forex and we don't trade the other commodities, but it will work on those trading view screens. So unfortunately, I don't have any help for you on what selected coins or trades to do on Forex, companies to trade, or stocks or anything else. We don't give any kind of advice on that. The other person that asked how to set a trade, we have a second explainer video for new traders. People who are newer to trading, please go in there and watch that video, and we will show you how to set a trade, how to market buy, and how to market sell. We give you the basics because we want you to learn. We want you to get in abundance so that you can learn right now how to make money, and you will love the HodlFire. The HodlFire will bring you some income, and then you can save up. Because a lot of people don't have the money to take a course right now. You know, they're struggling to buy groceries. We get it. This is why we invented the HodlFire, and this is why we have it at a low price, so that you can make the trade back in the first trade you make, hopefully, and you can save up for the course. We want you to be on the course. We want you to learn how to be a really good trader, and we're giving you a method to get there.
So on that note, how to get there, there's a question from Moses about how to set up a trade. Moses,
Yep.
just in brief, you'll be able to watch this recording after it's rendered. We will publish it. And as a reminder, you can
Yeah.
use the bot tips to find coins and a number of other ways. You choose your time frame which you want to trade. Make sure that it's above the 200 in upwards trend, and you set your alerts. You enter your trade on that time frame. You set your another alerts to exit the trade, and you get out. That's pretty much in a nutshell. There's another one from Miss Best that I will get to at the end. But Wendy, there are 2 other questions so far for you, quick.
Yep.
About the buy sell tags disappearing
I see
after.
that.
Yeah, if you'd like to answer that one.
Yeah, sometimes the buy or sell tag disappears after the pivot is formed. That is correct. The buy sell tags are not set until that candle is set. So if you are on a 4-hour time frame, that buy or sell tag can come and go in that 4-hour time, come and go, come and go. So you need to wait until after that next candle comes in. If that buy tag is still set, it's a buy. But it can come and go because during 4 hours of time, the coin can go up and down, up and down, up and down. So that's an excellent question. So thank you for asking that. But the buy sell tags will be set. They do not disappear once they are set and the next candle comes in. A great question.
And then from Brian, out over there in the States,
Yeah,
are you going to
Brian.
add exchanges?
Yes, we are. I can say that we are actually looking for a new alternative for United States. I'm so sorry that United States and Canada are struggling so desperately with exchanges. We had Mexi, and now Mexi's changed their rules again. KYC is almost a given on any particular exchange that there are. A lot of people still use VPNs, but again, they have rules and regulations in different countries, so you need to adhere to those rules and regulations. But as far as getting on an exchange, we are actually looking at a couple right now that USA and Canada can get on. I'm not going to name them right now, but as soon as we get the best one out there, I will say that I think Polynex has for Canada, you do have to KYC on almost all of them now. So you kind of get over that. If you want to be discreet and not do anything. And we do have other ways that you can get on exchanges and things, but we go over that on the course and how to trade. But yes, unfortunately for USA, we will be adding more platforms. We are looking at possibly Coinbase. We are looking at Bitmart. We are looking at several other ones that USA can get on. Just bear with us, but yes, we are losing KuCoin. On KuCoin, we've decided that it's not the best platform for scalp trading. So we are going to change that platform into another exchange. There's lots of exchanges out there now. No, BingX is not a preferred platform. If you read up on BingX, there is some negativity on that as far as them cashing your money out or holding your money. We have heard about that. The risks are there on BingX, but it was an option. We are looking at all of them, so feel free to put your 2 cents in. We'll definitely look at it. We want the best platform that most of the USA can scalp trade or use the HodlFire on. But again, let me explain this to you and why the importance of the HodlFire. If I can just take a minute here. Okay, you don't have to be on exchange to use the HodlFire. Let me repeat that. You don't have to be on an exchange to use the HodlFire. This is one of the reasons why we have this indicator and why it's so popular. You can use it on TradingView. As long as you can buy and sell on an app or buy and sell a coin on anywhere on any platform, you don't have to trade it on an exchange. So I want you to just think about that for a minute, the power of having the HodlFire, meaning especially for Canada and Canadians and for Americans. As long as you can get on Coinbase, as long as you can get on another one and you can buy and sell a coin, that's all you need to do with the HodlFire. The HodlFire is located on TradingView and everybody can get TradingView. It is a workaround for a lot of people. Okay.
It is indeed. And for those of you who've been joining our Hodlnots Happy Hour Hangout every second Wednesday, last week we did cover all about the different exchanges that we are looking at. At the moment, we'll be dropping that recording very soon. Hold on to your seats, but we're always looking, whether it be BitcoinTough.com and Hodlnots, we're always looking for exchanges that work for our people, our community, and you. So just further on to that point, Vicky's got something to show us.
Yes, I want to show everyone how to get the HodlFire.
Oh, let's do.
So this is my account at Bitcoin Trending Forecast. If you don't have an account, John has been dropping left, right, and center links into the chat, but here's the link here. So if you don't have an account at Bitcoin Trending Forecast, you can use this link to sign up. Then what you do, you go to the online store just here, and you go to products and subscriptions. So this is all of the products and subscriptions that Bitcoin Trending Forecast has, and this is the HodlFire. So you're looking for this one here. Now, just as a tangent, if you are in the den, there is a reduced price for the HodlFire. So I will show you that. It's down here. So if you do have a den membership, you can get the HodlFire for half price. So this is a great option if you actually want to scalp trade with us and have the HodlFire. It is actually half price, but we'll start with this one up here. So to try out the HodlFire, you don't have to have a den membership. You can just join Bitcoin Trending Forecast with that link and then find here, click into it. And just right here at the top, there's a little drop-down menu here on the upper right-hand corner. And right here, the first one is 7-day free option if you apply the coupon HodlFire7 at checkout. So we want you to choose that. and then add it to your cart. I actually think I have one in my cart already. So up the top here on the upper right, you go into your cart, and I do, so I'm just going to delete one of them. Okay, so right here, what you need to do is you have to put that coupon in, because at the moment it's $31, and we don't want you to have to pay $31. We want you to pay nothing. So right here, you put the coupon in, HodlFire 7. And one of the most important things is here, click to apply, because if you just put the coupon in, it's still $31. So you have to click to apply the coupon. I can't do it. And there was a question asked in the chat that the reason I can't do it is I've already used the coupon when I was testing it. So if you try to use the coupon again, it will say, nope, you can't use the coupon again. So it is a one-time offer with this coupon. But what you'll do is you'll check out. We don't take payment, we don't take credit cards or anything. When you click to apply, it will zero out this value right here. It'll say 0. Check out, continue to check out, and that's it. So what you've just done is you've purchased the HodlFire, and we'll give it to you for 7 days. Now, after you've purchased it, it will end up over here in My Subscriptions. So if you click My Subscriptions, these will be all of your Bitcoin Trend and Forecast products or services that you have. And right here, I have both of them, but you'll see this right here, and you'll see that you'll have 7 days just there. Now, the reason I wanted to show you this is there are 2 parts to the HodlFire. There's an indicator, and then there's a bot. So to get to the bot, you actually have to join Telegram, because the bot runs on Telegram. So just here, there's a join Telegram button. So that will take you to a subscription bot, and you just need to follow the instructions that the subscription bot tells you to do, and that will enable you to join the bot that Wendy showed you. So that's that bot that throws out the coins. Now, that isn't the indicator. So what will happen is when we see your payment go through, during checkout, you will have an opportunity to give us your TradingView username, and that's really important. So when that, I can't show you because I can't get to that part, but you'll put it in your cart, you'll check out, at some point it'll say, what's your TradingView username? And you have to give that to us so we can give you the indicator. So don't skip that step. If you accidentally skip the step, you can always go down here to Help Center, create a support ticket and say, oops, I forgot to give you my TradingView username. Please, here it is. And then what we'll do is we'll see your purchase as such, your free coupon come through, and we'll give you the indicator by hand. So it's actually a 2-step process. You join the bot through Telegram just here, and then we give you the indicator, provided that you've given us your TradingView username. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you here is if you've missed part of this session, there are videos right here. So if you click in videos, there are 2 videos to watch. So Wendy was alluding to this before. There is a video for new people here. And in that one, we do show you a little bit about how to buy and sell as well. And then this is the big one. This is the explainer video, and it really goes through what Wendy already went through on this call. But in case you missed it or you want to review, it's right here. So you just click it and the video will play. So it tells you all about how to, what the strategy is, why we do what we do. So that's there. So again, join Bitcoin Trend and Forecast with one of those links that John has put in the chat. Go to online store, products and subscriptions, find the HodlFire just there, click into it, and then choose this first one and check out. You have to apply the coupon. And then once you're done with that, go to My Subscriptions. These are all the subscriptions that you have right here. Join the bot here, and don't forget to give us your TradingView username, and we will automatically give you that indicator. And then watch the videos. So that's what I wanted to show for now. There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I have something. Okay, can you show them where to find the Documents tab?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I am not signed in now. So right here. And it's here. So what happens is if you're not signed in and you go to the products right here, and then if you find the HodlFire, just here. So it's the same thing. I was signed in before.
Okay.
I'm not signed in now. So you click into the HodlFire, just there, and it's this little, it says download sample document, and it's actually an Excel spreadsheet that you can track your trades with. But yes, it only shows up if you're not logged in.
We just want everybody to be able to, we created this spreadsheet for you to practice on paper. So we wanted you to be able to use it and practice before you put your money on to make sure that you can get your signals. And did you set your alert? And are you getting the alert? And can you do it? And you see how easy it is to do. You'll be pleased, hopefully, to see what kind of profit you would have made on 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour, and then determine which time frame works best for you. Okay, good.
I just want to, I don't know, let the fire out the bag a little. Yeah, true, Robert. I'm going to let the fire out the bag a little. Some of you have been asking about, more and more questions about the HodlFire. How do I use it? I don't have much training, or I've come from different experiences. There may or may not be a HodlFire Indicator course coming soon to a Zoom near you. Just in closing, Evote is being quite cheeky. You've got you might have the access to the HodlFire. You've been trading it in the background. Evote wants to know when gold will hit the 4-hour top. Jerome Powell doesn't help either. So you can look at that. Also have a look at Morris's long-term trade reports and look at the stock exchange reports. There are a couple of really interesting segments to that as well. We can't help you. We can't predict the prices, but with the HodlFire, you can predict those short-term pivot tops and the bottoms. Anyway, you can trade and be on fire. Ladies and gents, thank you for being with us. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you, Vicky. And thank you for everybody for being here on the call. If you have any questions, thanks, Dion. Morris changed his algorithm and Bitcoin will follow it.
I'll tell him. I'll tell him. Okay, I'll tell him to do that. So that
is brilliant.
And all, yeah, that's a good one. We'll make that happen. Okay.
So again, if you have any questions or queries, we've dropped a bunch of links into the meeting chat. Hope you clicked already. If you have any questions, you can send our support team, our powerful individual, amazing support team member, all the questions you might have around HodlFire. Use that coupon code HodlFire7 in the product store. The links have been in there. If you want to find out more about the Hodlnots scalping course and foundational course, as well as the premium, as well as the BB Rider, as well as the Minute Money Masters, once you're in the den, also the den, and so much more. All the links have been dropped in. They're all on our website, bitcointaf.com. If you're not a member, head on over to bitcointaf.com/hodlnots. We welcome you to it. And yeah, look out for this recording as well as the next public AMA in about a month's time or so. But yeah, we look forward to it. We look forward to your engagement and everybody being here on the call. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Awesome.
Enjoy.